I guess it all started probably, I'd say it probably all started around when I was 8 years old. It was weird. I remember waking up and I just started like, it was just weird because you wake up and you don't ever expect it to be here. Well, I mean, at least when you're a boy or a man, but you don't ever expect it to be here. But when it is, it almost scares you because you wake up with this next to you and you're like, what is this? You know, what do you even use it for? But I don't know, I guess the first reaction that I had, or first emotion, was confusion because I didn't even know what I was. You just don't know what you're getting yourself into. Because it'll come back, it'll go away. You'll think that you'll know where it's at, but you don't. It'll show up randomly too. Whenever you're having conversations with your friends, whenever you're even waiting for dinner with your mom.
Excuse me. You can talk about your childhood. Back starting off, the first time I ever experienced this.
And I just remember, I was definitely in my bed, and it was probably in the wintertime because, I just remember it being very, very cold.
I was 12 and a half, almost 13. And it was the most wonderful thing and the worst thing at the same time. I woke up of a morning, and of course my tent was sticking there, and I thought I was going to go take a leak. And I thought, boy, I had to hurry, and I kept trying to touch it a little bit, and the more I touched it, the more I got into touching and forgot about the peeing.
You know, it jabs you in the side for the first time, and you're just, that first jab really gets to you. And you're just so puzzled, and you're just so shocked, and you have so many questions, but who do you go to answer these questions? Like, who do you go to? And I don't know, it just really kind of sinks in that, you're kind of alone on the subject. You're just so lost, and you have no one there to help you with it. It wasn't until I was got a little older, until I noticed that, I wasn't the only one that had this problem. Especially, you notice that when people walk down the street, every day, different sizes, just weird, different textures and stuff. It's weird to talk about, especially just because, it's another person's wood, but it's true. These are real things that, you see every day.
Okay, this experience talking about morning wood, I have to light a cigarette because the other one exhausted me so much. I'm gonna have to lay my wood down for a second. I need a cigarette. It's another bad habit I've got, morning wood smoking and a drink every now and then. There's good and there's bad in morning wood. I skinned my arm. That was off the wood too, by the way. The bad in it is it will ruin a marriage. It's ruined a couple for me. Because you get tired of, after a while, the relationship will go south if all you think about your morning duty from your wood that you wake up with, and it gets too old for your partner. So you end up, sometimes when you get older, you have to take care of it yourself, which is a sad, sad scenario, to take care of it yourself, especially when you're married. You shouldn't have to. But it's ruined mine, and it's the way it is now with who I'm at. I wake up with it by myself, alone, every morning, and it's your best friend looking at you. And then when you get my age, you have to go to the bathroom. And as soon as you go to the bathroom, your wood disappears when you get older. It's not there anymore. It ain't there to have fun. It's just there to remind you of the good old days back when you were young. And you get old age like me now, all you can do is think about it most of the time and look down and feel it every now and then. You get old, you have to wear gloves so you won't get splinters in it when you get older. Anyway.
The clearest memory I have was Skip about a year and a half later. I'm almost 10. But I remember I couldn't hide it any longer with the whole fact. I mean, I just haven't been myself with it. And I think that my parents really started to notice as well. So I remember at the dinner table one night, all my family was around me, and my sister Haley and my dad and my mom. We were all just eating. And I remember the pressure built up inside me, and I just couldn't. So I got up and I put my wood on the table, and I said, "This is what I've been living with." And my dad, I'll never forget, he snapped at me. He said, "Hey! We do not put our wood in this family on the table." And I was so shocked. And he pulled me aside immediately, got up, pulled me aside, and he said, "We're each born with this curse, but we each have to live with it as well." And he kind of put his hand on my shoulder, and he said, "One day you will conquer the wood.